context essentially is that to make your life go well, you need to remove sources of displeasure, sources of anxiety, things that bring you down. And one of those obviously is death. So he wanted to give an argument that you shouldn't be preoccupied about death. You shouldn't think of death. You shouldn't dwell on death because death is not a harm for you. As Epicurus puts it, when death is, you are not. When you are, death is not. Death cannot be bad for you. Why? Because death cannot cause you pain. Why can't death cause you pain? Because you can't feel when you don't exist. And according to hedonism, the only good or bad is involved with feeling, because pleasure and pain are obviously things that you feel. So if you don't exist, you cannot feel, and if you cannot feel, then nothing good or bad can happen to you. So just don't care about it. When you don't exist, nothing good or bad can happen to you. He says, so Epicurus said, the trouble with Epicurus believed that one of the reasons that people fear death is that they had this idea that somehow they would be suffering down in hell or the Hades, as it would have been at the time. And he said, no, you just don't exist. Now, Epicurus was a Greek philosopher. He had a later Roman follower, somebody who discovered his work and was convinced by this Roman writer called Lucretius. And Lucretius added to this Epicurean point with a famous little argument of himself, which is sort of the mirror argument. And Lucretius said, look at the time before you were born, or before you came into existence, if you think that you start existence when you're conceived. But at least before you start to exist. That goes off to infinity. Do you care about it? Do you say, oh no, look at this, look at me non-existing. Isn't that terrible? This is awful. There's no me here. He says, no, you don't care about it. You never give that a second thought. And he says, well, you should think exactly the same about the time after you stop existing. It's just the same. One is a mirror of the other. You don't exist here, you don't exist here.